What you know about looking at the world through the eyes of a god? So much fakeness, all these facades. Authentic living is a thing in the past. Stuck in time, the hourglass keeps on falling, so I keep on balling. Everybody holding on to life. Yeah, true illusions got your ass confusing with shiny materials. I go ethereal, back in the astral, where I go beyond the elements. And it just haven't said, whoa, boy, there's layers to this. So many worlds through the layers exist. So I pick and choose, cruise, not the type to lose. Fuse everything I see with my three eyes inside of me. Turn into Yeshua, Krishna, the Buddha is inside of me. But truly I'm working to become like my brother Babaji. I'm a guru with a straight Naruto with it. Got Latin flavor mixed with Zulu in it. Genetics of the gods, we are all extraterrestrials. I go celestial, floating on this pod. Made of light, so damn bright. And I be piloting this through my consciousness. Watch how it integrates with the technology. All of my people wishing they could conquer this, but you must fuse the spirit and anatomy. Frightening, this lightning, charging me up. I might spend my time in this space, so aligning, defining these moments of golden extraction. Right out of the ether, need your love. I can see what you are thinking of. You are connected to me in infinity. Step to my level and go through the Trinity. Finna be glowing, watch how I'm flowing. Serving you right, everything can be folding. Woo, god damn, feeling thumping in my pineal gland. Levitating off the ground where I stand. Speaking the language of God, cause I am that I am. Bars, took that ass to Mars. Traveling faster than speed of light, no flying cars. I got the fear. Stuck between illusion and what's real. Homie, I just need my time to heal. Always gotta keep it real, just so that you know the deal. Tell your homeboy he better chill. We ain't got no time to kill. Stuck between illusion and what's real. Meditate through life, you know the deal. We ain't got no time to kill.
I'm on it. 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 I'm on it.
Who's up for the task of getting this cash?
I'm on it. I'm on it.
Not talking fast, I'm talking that last.
I'm on it. I'm on it.
You know we do it, we see what we wantin'. We thinking abundance, we thinking abundance. Who's up for the task of getting this cash? Not talking fast, I'm talking that last. You know we do it, we see what we wantin'. We thinking abundance, we thinking abundance.
Okay. Sabotage, they just set you up to leave you under. Sacrifice like a ritual that don't need discussing. Ask me when I'm peaking, when I'm finna lose my hunger. I be baked like a ZD with the munchies, good luck. All that you knew you was born with. I hope that dogs go to heaven because they treat me so anointed. Group text my boys and they know it's a sweep like a chores. Ooh, I got the keys and I'm still out here beating down doors, fam. I done seen too much, shit was too deep to ignore. Like the Reaper on shoulders is keeping me going. Ask me no secrets, tell me no lies. I'm so steady vibing, the jungle my home, I know I'ma survive. My main bitch think I'm mine, yeah. Thought we was homies, they shady at night. These lanes violating, it's all in the time and my soul vibrant. I resonate with the light, this is the shining. You see my face through the pine. Pineal that is, taking this fake shit a day at a time. Bitch, I am fly like Arabian Nights, so creative. My brain with this hate when I stay up at night and then wake up at 5 a.m. zoning. Workaholics with my brothers, we staying alive. Staying alive.
Getting this cash. Not talking fast, I'm talking that last. You know we do it, we see what we wantin'. We thinking abundance, we thinking abundance. Who's up for the task of getting this cash? Not talking fast, I'm talking that last. You know we do it, we see what we wantin'. We thinking abundance, we thinking abundance. Close my eyes and count my gifts. No one said that it'd be easy. They said that if you do it though, you turn into a genie of your own life. Voila, before Prada was Prada, it was just a product in the hands of a man who trusts the process. The beings of the future will manifest the truth from air. Curry how I practice 1,000 shots before the camera's there. No one sees the work that's done, the shadow monster's just begun. My vision though, for 25, I look at it like 7 suns. Day 1 you see duality, the you and me mentality. Day 2 about the water flow, your oceans go where your emotions go. Day 3 we got the land to plant the herbs and seeds. Every section is impactful, every thought has land to feed. Day 4 we hit the cycles, the ups and downs of life force. Day 5 and 6 we see the gift that not all of us are carnivores. I don't think that they get it though, don't take it all so literally. If you really listen close, your mind will change your experience, I swear. The task of getting this cash. Not talking fast, I'm talking that last. You know we do what we see, what we wantin'. We thinking abundance, we thinking abundance. Who's up for the task of getting this cash? Not talking fast, I'm talking that last. You know we do it, we see what we wantin'. We thinking abundance, we thinking abundance.
Immortal. Yeah. Came out the portal, immortal into a human body. I've been existing way before the earth had Anunnakis. Intergalactical battles, intergalactical travels, infinitely going through stars. The universe will unravel all of its secrets, peep it. I'm starting to leak it. Time for truth is coming 100, it's time to seek it. Expanding my perception through the spectrum of light. I'm going in with spectrum and the shit's out of sight. We indigo children, yeah, we building frequencies through the ceiling. Penetrating through reality, a marvelous feeling. Regardless, we're healing these humans that be claiming we demonic. The resonance goes over their heads, we super cosmic. Your logic is ignorance mixed with fear in your thinking. My pineal gland is flooding, son, that shit don't be blinking. Sinking into your subconscious like a song with no words. The way I come up with these symbols of letters is absurd. Hey yo, my rhymes are like angelic beings. The shit is freeing, so pure that if you were born blind, I'll have you seeing. Breathing in a multi-dimensional light so captivating. Double helix is nonsense, so what I'm activating, feel the power from within, seeping right through my skin. From the earth into my feet as it goes up to my chin. It got me grinning, rotation like spirals, my music spinning. I told you that I don't be playing, still I'm always winning. Fibonacci to the haters, curve them right to the side. They don't understand the energy, it comes from inside. So inside is what I master, used to be a disaster. Now I'm gladly elevating to a whole new chapter. Yeah, I'm giving birth to a whole new style. I incarnated through New York, yeah, I rep Long Island. Don't get it twisted though, I'm truly repping this earth. I came to free all these humans and show you all what you're worth. Immortal. Yeah, raising your frequencies one soul at a time. As I pass this mic to my boy Spectrum, yo Spectrum, light that up, kid.
They tried to tell me I'm mortal, I told them I was immortal. They asked me what makes me different, I asked them what makes you normal. I just followed my morals and I unfollowed the formal. Hopped on a track with crews, now we straight cruising through portals. I download the Metatron, I'm reversing it till I'm dead and gone. If you think I'm dope, you said it wrong. Not trying to flex, but I'm hella strong. Mine did things you never seen. When I say mine, you know what I mean. I'm the most when I'm in my mode, and y'all average is like the mean. I really didn't mean to go intervene. I'm the middleman chilling in between. You should do the math, we ain't keeping score. But I just hit a 3.14. I cook it up, make it look easy as pie. I'm moving in silence and seeing the sign. I am the G. If you remove me, all you gon' see is your sins. This is a big game of six. The simulation is breaking again. I'm taking control, creating my soul. And if the truth fits, I'm breaking it in. Breaking it. All I really know is that I'll never know. I've been here for forever, don't know when to go. I think that indicates that I'm an indigo. In that case, I'm in the go. Green light, my heart, chakra booming. Solar plexus, Lexus zooming. You assuming that I'm human. I'm just being what you doing. I've been teaching teachers frequently. It's apparent I'm a parent when it comes to raising frequencies. The way I'm living life, I haven't rest in peace recently. Immortal with my technique, but my ego dying easily. Death is teasing me by leaving me with DMT. Now it seems to me that everything I see is seeing me. Life is just an infinite circle with a twist. I used to wanna be like them, now they do not exist.
Immortal.
You're on mute.
Thank you. Welcome, everyone, to the Melanin Frequency Visual. We are currently in the 52 Acts of Unity, and we have been transmitting this frequency since the fall equinox of 2019. The year of the divine frequency unity, we embody our natural love frequency, living as one in divine unity on earth. And you can join us every Sunday or Selly evening at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am your host, Ken 141, the Red Spectral Dragon. I dissolve in order to nurture, releasing being. I seal the input of birth with the spectral tone of liberation. I am guided by my own power doubled. Ashe, Ashe, and Ashe-O. We are MIMEC, Melanated Immortals, making evolutionary changes. Our mission is to shift the global consciousness of the melanin-dominant population and establish an everlasting legacy of divine frequency beings with immortal health and immortal wealth through the application and remembrance of cosmic knowledge. Ashe. We are currently in the White Dog Wave spell, and this is based on the 260-day sacred cycle. And we are currently experiencing the Kenergy of Ken 173, the red self-existing Skywalker. The affirmation for Ken 173 reads, I define in order to explore. Measuring wakefulness. I seal the output of space with the self-existing tone of form. I am guided by the power of universal water. You define in order to explore. Measuring wakefulness. We seal the output of space with the self-existing tone of form. We are guided by the power of universal water. You define in order to know. Measuring wakefulness. We seal the output of space with the self-existing tone of form. We are guided by the power of universal water. We are galactic activation portals, guided by the power of universal water, with the self-existing tone of form, sealing the output of space, wakefulness, in order to explore. Enter us. Ashe, Ashe, and Ashe-O. All right, we are getting ready to begin the announcements. This is the time where we grab a pen and a paper and take some notes, and I will be right back. Peace and love, family, and thanks again for being here.
Daily awake, I am today. Daily acknowledges the act of God empowering me to breathe. Alive I am today represents more time to live, move, and have my being. Amazing I am shows the wonders of light shining on my face. Healed from afflictions, distractions, and manipulations of this world.
Dailies of plasma. Dailies of plasma.
Strong I am today as the sun shines, wind blows and rain falls, reminding me to stand each test time. Wise as I am today to see the truth at face value and walk with confidence, knowing.
Habitats of weeds, dailies of plasma. 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 Dailies of plasma.
Oh, wait.
All right, give thanks for those phenomenal announcements. I'm over here dancing like a day is the plasma. Keep in mind that we are currently going through the 52 Acts of Unity, and there is a journal that goes along with it. And so please feel free to visit the website and order your journal, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, High Priestess Mayat, in order to purchase your journal. We also always need people for the chant call. So if you feel it in your spirit that you want to come in and chant, please feel free to also email, inquire if you're new to the space, give us your date of birth, and we'll get you your kin number. And so every 13 plasmas, we go through a new cycle and we have the chant calls. And so if you feel it in your spirit to chant, please join us. And so we are at the time we are going to bring up our divine high priestess. Okay, she is our visionary leader. She is a spiritual guide, an extraordinary teacher, harmonizing inspirer. She is a committed mother, a powerful goddess, and a soulful healer. And please join me as we give our love and our energy to bringing forth High Priestess Mayat M. Marakaru. Amen. Ashe.
Marakaru. Amen. Marakaru. Amen. The High Priestess, the Mimic, who pulled me in. Marakaru. Amen. The High Priestess, the Mimic, who pulled me in. It's time we come together to raise our consciousness. Marakaru. Amen. The High Priestess, the Mimic, who pulled me in. Marakaru. Amen. Marakaru. Amen. The High Priestess, the Mimic, who pulled me in. Marakaru. Amen. It's time we come together to raise our consciousness.
All right. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Am I being heard? All right. I think I am. So I will keep moving forward. So welcome again, everyone, to our Melanin frequency. And so we're so excited to be here as usual. And we welcome you all for joining us. I know it's a nice and sunny day if you're on the East Coast. It's nice. It was we had a whole heptad of rain, but that was good. That's going to give us a bounty around harvest time. So very excited, but still we out here, we got the sunlight. So thank you all for joining us. And yes. So let's get into it. All right, last call, y'all. Last call for this womb evolution retreat. We are running out of spots. So if you coming, you need to let us know, right? You needed to let us know two heptads ago, right? Or two plasmas ago, but let us know. You can go to the website RSVP. It'll have all kinds of information. You can email us. We have the do we have the email down there? But you can email admin@melanatedimmortals.com. Let us know. If you are in the area, you're close to Hampton, the Hampton Roads area, even some places in North Carolina, it may be a day trip for you. Or if you have friends and family there and you don't need lodging, you can come for one. You can come for the plasma or the day, and it is $55, and it includes one meal. So you can also pay by the day. Just let us know when you RSVP that that's what you're going to be doing, and then we will just invoice you for that, right? So definitely let us know. Also, if you are a vendor, we will have a marketplace. You want to show your wares and things like that, it's $50 to vend. So again, RSVP and let us know. Okay, so we need to know immediately, right? All right. So also before I do that, I want to share with you, we also tomorrow, the priesthood of Melanated Immortals is going to be on Matriarch Mondays with Orisha Stone. So you definitely want to come through for that. It's going to be awesome. And it's gonna be something to see, right? This is the first time. This the premiere, right? So definitely you want to come through for that. All right. So let's get into it. On the last session, we were on frequency wave 35, which talked about how we magnetized and focused on a frequency of gratitude towards our divine ancestors so strong that it increased our integration in their strength and power globally. And we heard from our hostess here this evening, and thank you so much for Sister Ya. She does an awesome presentation. Her presentation is all, you don't know what to expect. You just know it's gonna be dope, right? That's what I know, right? So I just sit back and wait. Let me see what she gonna do this time, right? So definitely appreciate her. She gave an awesome presentation on our last session. And so we are, for this one, we're gonna follow up on this, right? Because every time we come on here, what are we on here for? We're doing the acts of unity. And listen, can y'all believe it that we're almost through 52 acts of unity? You got to pat yourself on the back if you have been going through these acts of unity. If you've joined a unity group and you guys are still meeting and you're still coming together, this is something. This shows commitment. This means you are committed to, how the mission is to shift the global consciousness. Well, the first way you're going to shift the consciousness is by shifting your own. Right? One of the things that we talked about in the beginning when we were doing these acts of unity, right? We were talking about how some of us, we appear to be extroverts, like myself, right? I appear to be an extrovert. And if you see me anywhere in a a group, you know, I can be the life of the party. You know, I'm just saying. But as soon as I get home, man, trying to get me out again is gonna be crazy. Right? And I know a lot of you are like that, right? We like being by ourselves. We like being, you know, or whatever, but we can't shift no consciousness like that because it's in a vacuum. We just shifting our own consciousness. And then when we, you know, what we've experienced is that as soon as we bump into, you know, some trauma, karma, drama, right? What do? We just go right back to our, you know, our retreat, right? It's not shifted. So we took on these acts of unity, right? Even, you know, like, you know, my joke is, you know, people juice. I got some people juice on me, right? I'm used to it now, right? I can see the shift. And so, if you find yourself, if your groups have stopped meeting, right? Find one person in that group that still wants to do it. Call everybody on the list. Say, hey, you still want to do these acts of unity? I know everybody's busy, but let's me and you do this. Right? Get it going again, because what's going to happen is that's going to then start to attract others. They're going to want to come back and say, yeah, you know what? I want to be back on. We should do this. We almost there. We might as well cross the finish line, right? We're at 35. We finished. We completed 35. That is a lot. Acts of unity. Even if you did not do, you're so funny. Even if you do, I'm laughing at Star. Even if you did not do them all, every single thing, right? But you did some of them. I mean, still, that's amazing. That's amazing. You have something to talk about with others. You have something to talk about. You can go into an organization and say, hey, I just went through, I'm almost done, but I've just done 35 acts of unity. And I have a group. Right? This is awesome. This is you. Maybe you should get this manual and take your people through it. Right? So we had a mission and an act of unity here, right? To embrace the wisdom of our ancestors, those who have ascended, right? And to, like I said, rather than viewing them as separate entities, view them as yourself. They are you. They're speaking right now. As I'm speaking, my ancestors are speaking. I ain't got to tap into nothing separate. I don't have to light a candle. I ain't got to put no water on the altar or whatever. They're speaking when I speak. They're not separate. We one thing. We all here. Right? It's a shift in consciousness. They're not outside of us. They are us. Right? And the best of what they are is with us and is always looking to evolve, going to the next level, right? So one of what we, the act of unity was to create a memorial book and really write down. Now, what I decided to do, I don't know if you remember early on, we had a mission or an act of unity where we created a time capsule. Y'all remember that one? Anybody remember that? Where every plasma, we left something for where we would be the ancestors, right? For those that are coming and integrated into us. So I said, okay, you know what? I think maybe I will add this piece to that as well. Right. And so, and then, share and discuss these things with your unity partners. Right. So, what I want to do is I want to open it up to anyone who wants to come and share what they or you and your unity partners experience with this mission. Oh, okay, thank you. And then we'll move on to the next one, right? So I'd like to open it up to anybody who wants to share. Right. And don't be shy. Don't be shy. Right. Even if you didn't do it. Where are you now with this, with these acts of unity? How do you feel? Have you noticed a shift in how you are when you are, interacting in your endeavors with people, places, and things? Has that shifted since going through these acts of unities? Have you built a stronger community or stronger community or communion with those in your unity partner groups? Right? Let's see. Okay, go ahead, Sister Ya. I yield the mic.
Peace. These acts of unity are phenomenal. One of the main things outside of the unity acts, like the activities we do, is how everything syncs up. You know what I mean? Like, it's my grandmother. I love celebrating her, and then I kind of mourn the loss. And so, this was beautiful because it gave me the ability to give honor and gratitude to both of them in that space, and not have to focus on the negative or the positive, just to be able to give them some honor. And so, I went to the cemetery, paid my respects and things like that. And then so I've been working on I think that's it's probably me. My connection is acting up. Let me see. See if I can do this. Is it better now or no? Something like that. Okay, okay, all right. Because I was about to come in through my phone, just in case. But so my I've been working on my family tree, and so with that, like I've been adding people to it and making it. Just have discovered is use my phone. Okay, all right. Let me see. Let me see. Hold on. I'm still here. Just stay. Can I be heard? Oh wow, nice. Okay, move this. Oh, I gotta step away from this computer. Okay, and so I don't know what y'all heard, but I'm just gonna backtrack it a little bit. And so
what I did was I was able to go to the cemetery and give honor and respect to both my grandmother and my brother-in-law, as you know, as they are both ancestors. Not really focus on the negative or the positive of her birthday and his, you know, his anniversary of his um, plasma that he passed, but just giving gratitude to them. And then I've been working on my ancestry, you know, because I've noticed that it's hard for me to really track my mother's side of the family. And so, you know, we've been actively making sure that we go in, update information, and share our findings with each other. And so this was a perfect habitat for me to go in and update our ancestry or our family tree. And so it was beautiful because, you know, as I'm updating, I'm learning things about family members that I didn't know. And I always love looking up their birthdays, right? Like figuring out, you know, what their energy, what their expression was. And so what I have discovered is that my great grandfather, I think that's about right, great grandfather or great grandfather on my mother's side is the same exact Kinergy as my husband, and I thought that was phenomenal. It's like I can't wait. I've been thinking about, you know, I don't know if y'all seen a movie, the Meet the Browns or whatever, the scene when the guy be like, "This is your granddaddy, your granddaddy, your granddaddy." It's like that just keep playing in my head. Like I want to play with the kids when they get older. You know what I mean? Just to kind of, you know, I don't know. It's funny to me, but just how everything syncs up with these Unities acts. You know, like the Unity acts help me through. And they actually motivate me through the heptads a lot of times when I have these acts to be able to do. And then it also helps to have people to go through the acts of unity with, you know what I'm saying, to keep me motivated and things like that. And so I do truly appreciate these acts of unity, and I yield. Peace and love.
All right, Ashe, you hear me over here cracking up. So, yes, that's what's up. That's what's up. Anybody else want to come in and share before we move on to this next act of unity? And yes, thank you for that share. That's awesome. That's awesome. You know, she ain't playing with these missions. She doing them. She is not playing. And so I definitely would encourage everyone to get on it. It will, if you have dropped off or you just got here, you just started, it's not too late just because we're on mission 35. They don't have any dates on them, right? You can start from the beginning, right? All right. So I don't see anybody else coming into the back of the house. So we're going to go ahead and move forward here. And all right. So we are here on frequency wave 36. And I'm telling you, big shout out to Priestess Moot, my Atnet for her Bibla. She makes everything look so beautiful. This is awesome. Also, shout out to our regular host, Ken 122 Star, who is out and about, I believe, with family. I thought I saw her on here, but yes, thank you. We shout her out as well. So these I always got to pause when I look at these. All right, okay. So we on frequency wave 36, where our self-love is so strong that we commit to freeing ourselves from all addictions to lack and poverty. Our self-love is so strong that we commit to freeing ourselves from all addictions to lack and poverty. Our self-love is so strong that we commit to freeing ourselves from all addictions to lack and poverty. Ashe, and Ashe. Oh, all right. So when we look at this frequency, and we talk about the addiction now, this is, as you can see, you know, as we said, we've been transmitting this frequency since the fall equinox of 2019. So around that time, I was working very closely with Rev Shop. We call him Rev Shop, right? Shop Philippe. Matthews, Dr. Philippe Matthews, and on his channel, and he had just finished his dissertation about traumas, and he had the 4 traumas, right, that particularly affected the melanin dominant population, right? And in that, right, the addiction part, right? Now, I like, the term he always uses, nothing wrong with you, something happened to you, right? So this addiction to lack and poverty is a program, right? It's a program that was inserted once all this enslavement and all this craziness started to happen, where we were programmed generation after generation after generation after generation, right? We were trained and programmed to hide, even if we had some pride or whatever, right? When we were in certain communities and things like that, you were you had to hide it. Why? Because we done seen things be bombed, right? Whole townships, whole cities where we were thriving, we've seen those things bombed. We've seen our leaders killed, right? And so that does something to you. That does something to the mind, right? And then even the intentional putting drugs and things in the community, especially where the Black Panthers were feeding people and having the after school program and the breakfast program and things like that, right? To stop the unity, so that the program of poverty, of lack, could exist. And so over time, because there have been dampeners on these things, right? Even subliminally, even though there's always been a fight, right? There's never been, a thing where people just say, yeah, I'll just accept, that we're supposed to go kick rocks in the rain, because we wouldn't be talking right now if that's what we thought, right? So they're just dampeners, right? It's something that is, how they have I had in my mind, I had the scene from, I don't know why this stuff plays in our head, but whatever. This scene from Gulliver's Travels, where the little people try to, they put those lines around you and they try to hold down a giant, right? And then the giant just get up and all those stakes just come up out of the ground because you can't hold it down. So it's just a dampener. It's not permanent. It's temporary. So what happens with these programs is they, and then depending on, your individual experience with lack and poverty. And we're not just talking about, sometimes poverty we're not talking about just hitting your bank account, right? Sometimes we have been so without love that we have a poverty mindset when it comes to that. We have been without joy for so long. We don't even know what that means. Have no idea. Right? A poverty mindset to that. Like, why are you, have you ever been around someone who, they may have a lot of things, a lot of material things, but they're not happy, right? And they may view somebody else who has less material things and wonder, why are you happy? How could you be so happy when you don't have, what's one of them real fancy cars? I was trying to do a one. It start with an M. Anyway, a Maserati. It's not a Maserati. It's something like a. I'm thinking of wine. It's a Mal. I was gonna say a Malbec. It's something like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? You don't have this kind of car. I know. I'm bad with cars. So you don't have one of these, or you can't get one, or you don't live in this place or whatever. But you are always enjoy. Why? Because you can go outside. Maybach. Right. There you go. There you go. There you go. I know Mercedes, Moon Goddess. I'm trying to say the real fancy one. Right. I don't even know what that one looked like. I just know the word. But anyway. Right. And so hey, yeah, it's that movie, it reminds me of that movie, A Little. The newest version, or what's it? No, it's called Little, with Regina Hall and the other little girl. You know, she had all these things, but she was not happy. Right? She didn't know joy. That's a poverty mindset as well. That's a mindset in lack. And sometimes if you have been through a cycle, sometimes with us taking on evolution like we have, with us taking on divinity like we have, right? Let me tell you something that I learned from experience. And it's funny because me and Nepta Harker, we laugh about this all the time, right? Right? So you take on, you say, hey, all I'm doing here, I want the straight and narrow path. I just want to embody divinity. I want to embody evolution. I want to embody being my higher self, the highest self I can be, and the da 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 da. All these things that we say, and the universe say, "You sure? Right? You sure?" You say, "Yeah." What else is there to do? Right? What we may not expect is it's like, okay, you gonna stick with this? You sure you're gonna stick with it? You say, yeah, I'm gonna stick with it. What you talking about? High priestess? Yes. Duh. Right? And one by one, certain things start to fall off. When I started in this process, in this one, where I decided I was going to embody divinity on earth, period. Right? And I meant that shit when I said it. I still do. Right? I just didn't know what to expect. That's why I created the sessions, Mess with Ma'at, managing evolutionary stress survival sessions, right? I used to do those because when we started MIMEC, right? I'll just talk about myself. I ain't gonna talk about everybody else that started, but they have similar experiences. But let's start with this, right? Happily married, 3 children. You know, we had a combined family, 3 children, just happy. Were the, what do you call it? Pillars in the community, right? People used to come to us for marriage counseling, right? That lasts, okay, so, you know, the whole thing lasted about 10 years, but that went, right? Just poof, out of nowhere, and over nothing. I'm gonna tell you that, over nothing. I can't give you, if you ask me for some detail about, you know, it was so bad, and, you know, somebody did something, somebody did, like, it was really not really much. The only thing that was significant was the decision to evolve in this way. Doesn't mean that The other person didn't evolve. It's just the decision to evolve in this way. Okay, so boom, marriage gone. Family broken up. Money, businesses, and all of that stuff that was all connected, gone. Right? Had to move from North Carolina back up here to DC. So now you're like, what the hell this what the hell this happened? I said I was gonna be, more divine and more right. So sometimes things can't go with you. People, places, and things may not evolve. It doesn't make that bad and you make you better or that worse and them worse. That's not it. Right? It's not a hierarchy like that. It is just you're going this direction and they're going this other one. And we don't have to measure nor judge or whatever. All we can say is what happened with us. Right? And so to free up, why am I saying this? Sometimes to even free up the addiction to lack and poverty, when you take on your divinity, it says, okay, this is what we're gonna do. You sure? Because you may not have even known you were addicted, because you was in a relationship that wasn't really true. It was a fair weather relationship. Remember that song, Fair Weather Friend? Right? So as long as everything was going in this way, it was fine. But when it got hard, shoot, I ain't signed up for this. Right? You in poverty and didn't even know it. You in lack and didn't even know it. Because you were not in a relationship where you had someone that would go all the way with you or in that way. Right? So this is when you free up these addictions to lack and poverty, you start to see it starts to pull things apart, and then you can see, oh shoot. Right? And sometimes here's another thing that happens. Sometimes we've been in those positions for so long, we've been beat down and humbled. How many times have you been humbled? That's how many I ask, how many times have I been humbled? Right? That you just accept as I said before, using the Erykah Badu line, it's been such a long time. You forgot that you was divine. You don't even try no more. Right? You just like, hey, it's not going to work. These things don't work anymore. These things are, and so what you're experiencing, right? You used to say, hey, listen, I know my mind is not in this place where I feel like I can't have or I can't go or whatever. But here's the thing. We keep saying, we keep saying that we're here to evolve. We're here to move to these various levels. Right? And we're going to, our self-love is so strong that we commit to freeing ourselves from addictions to lack and poverty. And those addictions start to go away. And sometimes they go away in people, places, and things. Sometimes they go away in freeing the body of things, right? And so maybe certain conditions start to happen in and around the body, right? Sometimes the condition is literally monetary and financial. and you go through an experience or experiences where that shows up. But all of those things are connected to something else. One of the things that I've learned through this whole my whole experience, the biggest lack that I have had, I'll say me. All lack, all deficits, everything that I have experienced come from not either realizing or fully operating as primary, or not knowing how to, right? So you have to beat yourself up. You didn't know what you know now. And around this time on the next year, you're not gonna know what you knew then. Right? All of it comes from a lack of of knowing and really embodying being a divine being on earth, because we haven't had enough practice with it, because we've been so engulfed in our secondaries. We've been so engulfed in war, trauma, karma, drama, deficits, defending, and in war and conflict. That's what we've been doing. We've been focusing all on our secondary existence and not our primary existence. And it's easy to say, but maybe difficult to do, because your whole environment has been set up to be secondary. You look crazy. Right? And then sometimes the pieces don't come together fast enough for you to fully embody in your physical, in your slower formation, what you know. Right? As source. You know who you are. You know how it's supposed to work. And so then, boom, right? So the thing is to make a decision. That's why I always say this. You're going to make these are, when we go through these frequency waves, these are like decisions you make. You make a decision to love self so much that you are committed to freeing yourself from all addictions to lack and poverty, and you stop right there. You don't decide how that's going to look, because sometimes, right, we make the decision and then we start to tell the universe how to do that. Right? The first thing we say is, okay, give me $1 million quadrillion. And a fine man, he got to look like Morris Chestnut. And then I want my body to look like it did when I was 25. Right? And everybody loves me all the time. Okay. And you blink you fold your arms and you blink your head like, I dream of Genie. Right? Now. Oh, what just happened? Okay. All right. Well, okay. Now that might listen, let me tell you what's funny. When I said you blink your eyes like I dream of Genie and it goes away, the whole thing went away. I said, oh shoot, what did I do something for real? Listen, let me practice on something else. Let me just see if I can do that again on something else. Not on this. So that's funny. So anyway, so what happens is when we make these decisions, it's a process that happens as well. Right? This is a process. So that it doesn't necessarily, and you know what, I like the big one. Let's put it on the big one. Where was that? I saw it on the big one. Oh, okay. I don't know what happened. Okay, whatever. Okay. So it's a process that happens. And so we make a decision and you stay with that decision no matter what. You are primary. You remember that you're primary. Anything that comes up is secondary. Right? And so these secondary things, again, if you ask yourself a question, if you've been through a lot of pain and suffering in your life, you've had all kinds of things happen. You've had all kinds of experiences, and yes, you have been beat down. And you just say, "Listen, I can't take no more. I really need something good to happen and to stay, and for it to stay." Right? And if you're telling me these things are secondary, and you know what I'm gonna say? Yes, yeah. Imagine what your primary is. A lot of times, probably a lot of us on here, we probably could exchange a whole bunch of stories about the things that we've been through, about the struggles that we went through, some physical, some mental, emotional, and or all of the above, right? All of us, we probably have a whole session and just go around and just change these stories, all the stuff. All because we made that one decision that we were going to evolve, that we were going to exist as our divine selves. And we decided that we're not going to take no for an answer. We're not going to accept that we got to wait until we shed these bodies. If we decide that we're going to do it, or when we decide to experience joy, when we design the place to experience, to feel. This is a feeling place. It ain't a feel bad place. It's a feeling place. Just think about what sense does this make, right? Let's go back to source. Let's forget about all the secondary stuff. Let's go to source. You source, you say, all right, y'all. All sources, right? All sorcerers, right? Sorceress, right? I like moving around so fast, but what if we slowed it down a little bit? And we could touch. I'm telling you, it feel good. But all right, well, let me tell you, it's gonna be slower though. And you're gonna have to, be born. We're gonna have to create a cosmic womb that you come through. And it's a magical place because it's like, where does it exist? Is it in the physical or is it in the metaphysical? I don't know. We're going to figure this out, but we're going to create these bodies. We're going to create this magical womb in which we come through. That's itself part of the cosmos, right? Getting into that universe carrier thing, womb evolution, right? So, and then when we come out, right, we're going to have to slow down the process. We're going to have to watch ourselves. We're going to have to grow up, literally grow up. Right? But at a certain point, after we've had so many earth rotations, right, we are going to have a fully mature form. And then we'll be able to interact with others in this same formation and have some exciting experiences. And we'll be able to touch other things that's us too. Right? We call, the planet, we call that a Earth, or we wouldn't call it whatever we called planets at the time. We weren't using English. It's going to be some water. It's going to be some beings in the water and all that. Man, it's a lot of stuff for us to touch and feel. That's slower. Even the stars are slower than our true formation. Right? And so when we go into that, so why would we make a place where the only thing we can experience is pain and suffering? That's an addiction to lack and poverty. If we're not addicted to being divine, if we're not addicted to being primary source, then it's addiction to lack and poverty. We don't, this is my perspective, that we don't have the self-love that we think we do. That's so strong that we commit to freeing ourselves from these addictions. And let me tell you, if you free yourself from those addictions, right, no, there will be nothing that you experience that's in lack or poverty. Right? Even if you only have, 25 cents in your bank account right now, you can look at that and laugh and say, "Oh, look at this." It don't matter. You know what I got? Joy. That's amazing. I know this is going to change as soon as, there you go, Sister Yah, as soon as I decide something different. And it may take it's not going to it may not be an instantaneous thing. But if you stick with it, it's going to stick with you. And those circumstances will change. All of them. Physical, mental, emotional. They'll change. They'll shift. Right? But if we are in fear, deficit, combat, conflict, then these addictions are going to look a little different. Right? We may freak out with that 25 cents in our account. We might freak out if we don't have a divine mate. We may freak out if we have some disabling dis-ease in the body, because we're not addicted to being a divine being on earth. You can't, when you take that on, you can't go back. You can't make a decision that you're going to keep your relationship or be a divine being. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not going to be able to do it. Right? I'm not going to be able to do it. That's an addiction. Yep. Come on now, Sister Yah, she going to get me over here talking about this melanin. Right? Absolutely. That melanin is a polymer. This is why addictions, now here's something, I'm glad you put that in there, because I thought about it when I first started. Here's the thing about being melanin dominant and addictions, right? And many of our predecessors have already done this research, right? Those types of things. If like people are on drugs and stuff like that, why is it that the melanin dominant population has a higher rate of addictions and a higher rate of being able to break those addictions? And it's because of the melanin molecule, because it's a polymer, right? It's a neurotransmitter, a neural receiver, and a neural transducer. So it sticks to things, not just physical, also emotional and mental. I have a YouTube out that I did a long time ago called Melanin and Emotions, talking about how to direct those emotions with your melanin. If you're going to get upset about something, that's why I say, if you're going to be addicted to something, you got an addictive personality, be addicted to divinity, be addicted to being your divine self, be addicted to being in full integration of your whole being. Be addicted to your ascended ancestors and having them speak when you speak. Have those types of addictions. Not just the technical part of it, right? It shows up in your experience. It shows up in your mind. Your mind changes. And then once that starts to happen, everything is going to change. Everything. Speaking from experience. Right? So that melanin and emotions. So this is why I'm always talking about us getting in our feelings, because that melanin is powerful. You get worked up like I'm getting worked up right now about being a primary being, a divine being on earth and walking the earth as source. You get heated up about that. What we talking about? We ain't talking about no addiction to lack and poverty. It doesn't exist. You created everything. All you got to do is remember it. So nothing here is in deficit. You are not in deficit to nothing. Not even the sun in the sky. Not the earth. Not the waters. Nothing. Nothing in the cosmos. Why? Because you have it in your body anyway. Right? We teach this in our womb evolution course. There's a cosmic map in the body. We have multiple suns. We go through all the moon phases every day. Bigger does not necessarily mean more powerful when you source, when you primary. Maybe we have dampeners on and we forgot how to shape shift. Make ourselves real small if we need to. Make ourselves real big. Pop in and out of places because of the dampeners. So if we take on divinity in its fullness, there are things that we don't know, that we are not aware of yet. We don't know what happens when these dampeners come off. We forgot. But we're now in this period of remembrance. So you do want to get in your feelings about your self-love. Make it so strong that you free yourself from everything that keeps you away from waking up, and every thought, every breath, everything, every endeavor is you always in the remembrance of being a divine being in human form, and that you have authority with that. You have power with that, right? You have priority and seniority over anything that's secondary. I say this to my body just about every day. Right? I wake up, I feel something, because I'm in those earth rotations where you be like, what the hell is going on with my knee? Right? The hell? No, we not. Right? And so I have these conversations. I be preaching this to we one thing. Come on, Thought Seeder. We the same thing. I'm not separate from this body. I'm using this and I'm enjoying it. And so let's be fully optimized. in the physical. Let's be fully optimized in the mental. Let's be fully optimized in the emotions. Let's move things. Let's put things in motion at source. Lack and poverty don't even exist in source. You know why? Because when you source and you realize that creation is naturally abundant, where is there lack and poverty? You don't need it. This is why you want your self-love to be so strong and be committed to freeing yourselves from any thought process that deals with that. Any thought process. Right? Any deficits. Oh, well, people don't like me because I laugh too much. They say I'm not serious. Deficit. Right? Oh, well, I just gonna go and kick rocks and stuff because, I'm not able to move like I used to. Deficit. That's lack and poverty. Yep. See, oh, I'm not, whatever it is. I can't make up nothing else. I'm trying to figure something out. Right. So you get what I'm saying. Even those little things. You do not exist in a situation. You know how we say the situation I'm in? No, you're not. That lack and poverty. You're not in a situation. You are as you are. You are always primary. That's a situation. And it's secondary. You might have created it. I'm not saying you didn't create it. But if you engulf yourself in the situation, then you can't be primary no more. Primary can see beyond the situation. A primary can see other ways in which this don't have to be a situation anymore. As you do that with anything, even if it is something that is crucial. It might be something that's crucial, in your experience. And you feel that way, right? And what am I going to say? Right? That's fine. Feel how you feel, but don't be limited to how you feel. You don't have to be limited. You don't have to be limited to how you judge how you feel either. Okay, you say, I feel like this, and dang it, I mean it. Okay, great. Now, take a deep breath and don't limit yourself to that. You will find if you start operating like that, that's part of the commitment. That's part of self-love. Then now you can find your way out of it. Just be committed to doing that. Be committed to seeing beyond the judgments, seeing beyond situations, circumstances, karma, drama, trauma. Be committed to being able to see beyond it. That's it. And just step by step, just, you know what I'm saying? Like the way one of my teachers said, it's a moment to moment decision. Right. All right. So let's take a look at okay, now I need the other slides. Where is it? Oh, because this is the end. Okay, I got it. I see what's going on now. All right. So let's take a look at the mission, the act of unity. Right. All right. So, okay, I said this. Okay. It's important to remember the truth about abundance, that the natural state is to overproduce, right? This is something I've talked about before, where even now, especially now, you look outside, it's just go outside and try to count leaves. Right? We had an activity when we met up, the priesthood met up, we literally stood outside and tried to count leaves on the tree. Okay. It was in the spring, so it wasn't even no leaves on the tree, just the branches. overabundance. It's the natural state, right? Recognizing this characteristic can help shift perspectives from lack to plenty, reinforcing that abundance is not an exception. It's not an exception, but a fundamental quality of life. It is not an exception. This overproduces. When these fruit start to ripen on these trees, they're gonna fall on the ground. It ain't enough squirrels, birds, ants, whatever else eats them. It's so much that they can't even eat them all. They falling right on the ground. That is a natural way, right? That is the true nature of divinity, right? So it says to gather with your unity partners as a group, right? And identify, and I love these types of activities. That's why I put it in there, right? Okay. Identify 10 aspects of your lives that exemplify natural abundance. And I know if you're feeling some kind of way, you'd be like, nah, I can't find that. Nope, go, let's do it. I bet you can, right? These can be found in various areas, relationships, in nature, resources, opportunities, or talents. Let's see, what we have. By acknowledging and discussing these examples together, you deepen your awareness of the plentifulness that already exists around you. So this is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. 10 areas. Get with your unity partners, exchange and see what you have. What's going to be pretty dope? You're probably going to see, especially in your unity partnerships, you're probably going to see that you may have a lot of similarities to others, right? So definitely do this, and let's share, right? Come on, y'all. Let's get back to the sharing. We used to have people come behind stage. Now it's just the priesthood, right? Let's get to, I'd like to hear from you all on your experiences. Let us know if you need some assistance with your unity partner groups, right? Pull me in, right? I know there are about 3 or 4 groups. Feel free, pull me in if you need me to, right? Call me, email me, text me, whatever, WhatsApp me, and say, hey, high priestess, we need you to come in here and, get us back together again, right? Get the band back together, right? So, and I'll do it, right? So anyway, it definitely has been my honor and my pleasure. Definitely want you guys to come back on with us. Be here on the next frequency wave 37. It is going to be off the charts because we have Brother Orisha Stone coming back with us, and we have Brother Moon Ken 85 is going to be, I don't know. I don't even know what to call it, right? As they say, bananas, right? It's going to be so good to have them with this. This is going to be the forces of nature are coming together, and they both know stones, and they make oh man, and you know how Brother Amun do anyway, right? And then we done had to reach, man, it's gonna be bananas. I might try to get up here with them, but or I'm gonna just let them do their thing. We gonna see, right? All right, so it definitely has been my honor and my pleasure. I will see y'all on the next one. Definitely stay with us to focus and chant, and I yield the mic back to Sister Ya. Love y'all. I'll see y'all on the next one. Hotep.
Peace to all. Okay, sis Priestess Initiate, yeah, I think she's been having some computer glitches. Are you okay now?
Can I be heard?
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, High Priestess. Don't she just come in with all that spirit and just shift the consciousness in such a divine way? That was such a powerful message. I hope everyone received it. And please make sure y'all get with them unity partners and continue to help hold the frequency of this shift of our consciousness, Ashe. All right, so we are getting ready to begin the chants. And again, thank you all so very, very much for being here. And I hope you all have a magical evening. Peace and love.
We are one with the birds.
One. We are one
with the trees.
One. We are one.
We are one.
We are one
with the wind.
We are one
with the earth.
We are one
with the fire.
We are one.
We are one.
We are one
with the water.
We are one
with the soil.
We are one.
We are one. We are one with the elements, with the stone.
We are one.
We are one with the earth.
We are one.
Immortals. We are one. We are one.
Melanated Immortals. Rise up.
We are spreading the word about an energy vigil dedicated to the betterment of melanin-dominant people worldwide. It is called Melanin Emerging Collective Consciousness Alignment. As you know, there are groups across the world that pray and meditate for global peace and love. Though this has benefited the world, it is obvious that more is needed to dissolve the systematic